Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to today's product review, where I'm going to be reviewing this particular product by Oumax, and it promises to be the thinnest, the lightest, and the easiest to install rear view mirror backup camera system. That's a heck of a steep order of promises there, considering that I've installed a lot of these things. But today I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open this package up, we're going to see what comes inside this box. I'm going to tell you whether or not it's actually worth buying random stuff off Amazon at 1 a.m. in the morning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what actually comes inside this box. So first thing that's already standing out to me is an SD card. It actually comes with a SanDisk SD card, and it's legitimately a real SanDisk SD card. So that's pretty cool. From the looks of it, it appears to be that you have everything you need to install this product. There's some things already that I'm not liking. For instance, this is not hardwired into the vehicle, but at the same time, finding a micro USB hardwire kit is not going to be difficult. That's going to be really easy to do. But for now, the ease of install is going to be pretty simple, since this just plugs into the cigarette lighter. The backup camera itself has a massive amount of wire. I think this is going to be the new king of the most amount of wire I've ever seen on a backup camera. I want to say this is close to about 28 feet of wire. And the camera itself has 4 white LEDs, and it looks like it mounts underneath the lip of the car, like so. And it comes with the hardware here to screw it in, and it even comes with a 3M sticky pad in case you guys don't want to drill into your car. It comes with one of those, so it makes installing it a snap. Now, what actually holds the mirror on to your visor are these rubber bands. It's actually these 2 massive rubber bands. They feel nice, but at the same time, they feel like rubber. And by that, I mean, rubber bands, naturally, if you expose them to heat and sunlight long enough, they're going to begin to crack, and this could be the Achilles heel of this product. I won't have this product long enough to tell you whether or not that is the issue with this. I kind of like flopping this thing around, whether or not this is the issue with this. But we're going to see whether or not this fits the massive rear view display of the Mercedes. And Mercedes has one of the largest rear view mirrors, so if this manages to fit on there, I don't see a reason that this will not fit on any other one. Okay, now the rear view mirror itself is pretty unique. The buttons, as opposed to other models, are not actually on the screen, so you don't have to worry about smudging up your screen. The buttons are actually located right down here, and they tell you exactly what the buttons do, so that's very nice. Now, as you guys can see back here, there is also a built-in dash cam with an adjustable viewfinder, or what appears to be, nope, it's a fixed. It is a dash cam with a fixed viewpoint, and it appears that it just sticks out or protrudes past the rear view mirror, and then from there you can angle it and get your viewpoint. At the same time, I also see here that there's a speaker. So my guess is you can play back the video and you guys can hear the sound and capture the sound from within the vehicle, because up here's the microphone. Now the top of it, which is pretty nice that all the connections are up top so you can hide them through the headliner. You have the power, you have the camera, you have the card, and then you also have GPS. That's interesting, but I don't see GPS anywhere in here. Let's go ahead and start installing this inside the car and reviewing it and seeing whether or not, like I said, it's worth it. The first thing that you want to do is install the backup camera. Now, let me show you how much cable they give you in this kit. Ready? This is still about 15 feet worth. It's coming down, going all the way across, and going. I left it right here, and it's still going. So I still have all of that and 15 feet. So if you guys have a boat that you guys want to install this in, it won't be a problem. A feature that I like about this particular camera, and actually any camera that has this mini slot, I love it, because when you're installing this inside your car, let's say we're coming right here and we're going to mount it right there, so looks just like that. you're going to drill a very, very tiny hole behind it, and then with that very, very tiny hole, that's probably a 1/4 inch drill, you're going to go ahead and shove that up there. Of course, I would definitely use a rubber grommet, 1/4 inch grommet, and then put this up into it and affix it from there to there, just like I did with this camera over here. If you guys want to see the full install process of this camera, I'm going to leave the link right here for you. Now, there's something I should mention at this step. First and foremost, I'm going to be hooking it up to a battery. If you want this to turn on when the vehicle is in reverse, you guys are going to have to put the positive to the reverse wire and then the negative to a grounding point. If you don't know how to do this, I'm going to leave a video right here for you, and let me just go ahead, put this up against the battery, and we'll see how well does the camera function. The camera itself has these 4 bright white LEDs that turn on when the vehicle is put into reverse, and I have a feeling that's going to be perfect for those really, really dark back alley roads. Now comes the tricky part, which is actually installing this over the ginormous Mercedes rear view mirror. Something that I'm noticing right now straight off the bat, the camera over there, it's having a difficult time lining up. Maybe if I position this mirror in a different way, it'll fit, but it looks like in my case it's just going to overhang on the driver's side and it's going to leave this part still visible. I'm not a fan of that. Well, let's go ahead and get this on here and see what it looks like. There's something that I should mention. First, I am not going to take the time to professionally install this product onto my car because I have a backup camera. It's in there. But if you guys wanted to install this inside your vehicle, you would have to run it up through here, tuck it in back underneath all the headliner, and then have the cable come down and plug into the device. Now, there's something that I noticed straight off the bat that I wasn't a particular fan of, and that is this massive little cable plug. Let me see if I can get it. That one right there. That thing is massive. So even if you could fit that into your headliner, you're definitely going to get some headliner bump from that. So I'm not a particular fan of that. Also, I'm not a fan of these cables. That's 2 already that are in there, and they, oh my God, they are not aesthetically pretty. But do they function? We're going to find out right now. I'm going to go ahead, turn on the vehicle, put the vehicle into reverse, and see how well does it look. So now let's get inside the car, put it into reverse. First thing you guys will notice, steering wheel. I haven't got my new one in yet. It's coming soon. And the screen is back to the factory. There is another screen coming soon that I will be testing. So that's also the other reason that I didn't tell you guys on the previous video. For me to continue reviewing products, I can't keep the same product for a long time. I would love to keep it. I mean, that one really hurt me a lot that I couldn't keep that one. But for me to continuously review these products, I need to rotate them in and out. And this actually gives me a fair, objective chance to review each one. Now back to the screen. Let's go ahead, click the key over. That feature never gets old. Okay, so some bald guy in a convertible showed up. And look at that image right there, and let's compare it to this one. Oh crap, I gotta put the car to position 1. Crap! Position 2. So here we have the image from my camera, and there we have the image from that camera. First thing I can notice is that this picture here is grainy. But there's also something else that I'm noticing. I'm noticing that there's a little record logo up here. I'm curious if that's actually saving it to the SD card, and I wonder if it's going to give you a dual video recorded if you have one backing up and one going forward.
Well, sure enough, it definitely was recording it, and as you guys can see here, it records the backup camera image in 720p, which is the maximum resolution of a standard RCA cable on a backup camera. Let's go ahead and take this thing on the road and see how does it record on the front-facing camera. This is a recording of the footage at dusk, and as you guys can see here, you get a good wide angle. It's a little bit oriented more towards the driver's side, so it favors on the driver's side, obviously, since the camera is more on that side instead of being centered on the vehicle like most dash cameras. And there has to be some sort of GPS feature because down in the bottom right corner you guys can see the GPS locations. So maybe that's an add-on feature that can be purchased at another time, but overall the quality is good. It's really, really good. So let's talk about the nighttime shot. This is pretty much what everybody cares about when they purchase a dash cam, since we all live wild and party lives and we only travel at night. But as you guys can see here, the camera itself is having a lot of difficulty reading the license plate off the car in front of me. I have a suspicion that this has to deal with my Morimoto headlights, so let me go ahead and kill them and see whether or not I can read it. Well, that answered that question. Turns out that my headlights are stupid bright and actually give a lot of glare feedback back from the reflective license plates. Let me just go ahead and turn them back on. And sure enough, the image quality overall at night appears to be very, very good. I can definitely tell that the image has been enhanced. So it looks like they probably have an auto filter here that increases the resolution. Now we can go down some back alley roads where there's very little illumination. You guys can really see that enhancement kicking in right about now. So for sure there is a setting that they went ahead and increased the opening of the camera to allow more light to come in at night. So this can be advantageous. Let's go ahead and start rating this product. Styles, looks, and appearance, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10. Primarily because, yeah, it is thin, but it's nothing new that I haven't seen before. Durability. Durability is a tough one to give out, mainly because of these rubber straps. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5 out of 10. Because I just have a feeling these things are either going to melt or break at some point. Features. Resolution is great. Neat tricks. It does integrate a dash cam in with a backup camera at the same price, so that's really, really cool. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. User friendly. Do you need a PhD to install this? No, but I have a feeling for some people running the wire from the trunk to this is going to be a pain in the butt, so I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Overall price, for the price that I paid for it, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Mainly because I kind of feel it should have come with a little bit more. Maybe a hardwire kit and maybe that missing GPS unit. That would have been really, really nice. And that leaves us with an overall score of 30 out of 50.
And there you guys have it. That is my official product review of the Oumax. And my thoughts are, overall, it's okay. It's a good product. It's just a little bit too many wires for my taste. It does get the job done, and it is the thinnest one I've seen in the market. So if you guys are interested in having a really, really thin backup mirror cover, this is probably going to be one of the thinnest ones you're going to find. It weighs close to nothing. And of course, I will be giving it away. So when we get to, let's say, 7,500 subscribers, somebody will win this. The rules are simple. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Today's question is going to be, who is your favorite superhero? I think we know who's mine. The Canadians are back. Yep. And they didn't bring me any maple syrup. Bunch of traitors.